more on the impact of the project. GLAAD Vice President of Communications and Talent, Anthony Allen Ramos. Great to see you, Anthony.
Hey, Kira. Thanks for having me.
So this movie is a fresh take on the classic coming-of-age rom-com about Black transgender girl and a Muslim boy who fall in love in high school. We've never seen a film like this. So let's just talk about how significant this moment is for the LGBTQ+ entertainment community.
It's a huge deal, and just seeing the two of them makes me so happy. But seriously, this film is so important because it's celebrating trans joy. And in Hollywood for decades, we've seen so many stories of trauma when it comes to trans people and just the overall LGBTQ community. So to see a story like this that is sweet, that is empowering, is so important because, as we heard Eva talk about, LGBTQ youth right now are under attack, especially trans kids. And so the opportunity for trans kids to see a film like this is just so important. And it's a big moment for the community at large. Like, we just saw communities of color. We're talking about trans inclusive stories. And it's just so exciting for GLAAD to see this film finally premiere, because it was originally a part of something called the GLAAD list, which is a list of films that we really push to get made in Hollywood. And it represents the kind of stories that we want to see Hollywood make. So this is an especially exciting one.
And how did the movie get on your list? How did it get on your radar?
Yeah, so we work with a company called The Blacklist to really find these gems, these unmade scripts in Hollywood, and then we really push them out using our power in media to make sure that the right people know that these films or these scripts need to be made into films. And so we started this in 2019. This script was one of the original inaugural lists that we put out. And so to see, here we are 3 years later, the great LGBTQ icon Billy Porter directing this, lending his voice to say, this is an important story that I want to make, is such a big moment. And also, the potential for millions of people to see this film with it premiering on Amazon Prime Video is just, again, a big step in the right direction, just to make sure that Hollywood is telling the best inclusive LGBTQ stories.
What made the script so different? What stood out that made you guys say, oh yeah, this is classy, this is brilliant, this is a go?
So many things. And I do want to mention that this is just a great example of queer people telling queer stories and how important that is. And it just really shows you anything's possible when that happens. But this story, what it was is, it's a sweet story about a girl who just happens to be trans. It's not a coming out story. Like I said, it's not rooted in trauma. It's about her finding love and just kind of navigating the ins and outs of high school and romance, just like any other person would. And I think it was just so well written. It was sweet. And it really is a story that will connect so deeply with the LGBTQ community, but also just everyone else, because it was so well written and just, it connects with a lot of people, and I think it'll bring a lot of people together.
It normalizes things, right?
It's important to see that trans people are just like any of the rest of us. And the more that we see stories like Kelsa and Anything's Possible, I think the better. I want to see more of these types of young adult, rom-com, big budget Hollywood films that center around a trans story and an LGBTQ inclusive storyline. So hopefully this is the beginning and the start of many more projects like this that we'll see.
Anything's possible. Anthony Allen Ramos, thanks for being with me this morning.
Thanks so much.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.